Hey, everybody, welcome back to Impossible Live. Welcome if you're joining us for the first time, regardless of wherever you are joining us from. I hope you're having a peaceful day, whether you're joining us live or for replay and across time zones. And thank you so much for just popping in with some fabulous energy. Always greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of us who we haven't met yet, Replenish Trust is a new series within Impossible Live. And Replenish Trust was suggested by the amazing Anne Schwab and Carla Sellers. And I love that Carla Sellers will be joining me a little bit later today for the launch of our Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World webinars. You'll also have a chance to see amazing Bob Woods of Social Sales Link. And our entire webinar series is sponsored by Carla through Virtual Link Headquarters Suite, her new initiative. If we haven't had a chance to celebrate for a virtual toast or to celebrate a milestone, uh, some great news you're celebrating. Hey, beautiful Christy, how are you? Thank you for bringing us some Florida sunshine. Let's create a space to have that happen in the near future. And I'm looking forward to some in person toasts this week with a new LinkedIn friend, Chasen. So cannot wait to see him. Hey, Jay, how are you? Thank you, Jay, for bringing in the LinkedIn familia. What I'm laughing at today is I wasn't sure that the live stream was going to go today because LinkedIn didn't want to load today. And of course, as Jay would say, it's on a day when I planned 3 events. So we're down to 2. Today, as we launch our webinar at 3:33, and you'll see it's 3:33 through my business page. And because LinkedIn was being a little some kind of way today, and I laugh, it's whenever I come up with a title for a session like Hidden Truths. LinkedIn's like, gotta have a backup, gotta have a backup. So for those of you, in case LinkedIn is a little bit wonky in an hour and change, please come join us on YouTube on the Be Visible with Mel page. You'll also notice, because LinkedIn was so strange last night, that I set up the event on the Be Visible with Mel page on LinkedIn. And then LinkedIn wanted to set up 2 events, not just one. Can't make this stuff up. So today's topic is really about some of the deconditioning that we've been trying to do, some of us, during really complex seasons of gratitude, grief, and growth. And of course, hey, beautiful Kimberly, thank you for always being in the house. And Kimberly, the webinar is on the Be Visible with Mel page or on the YouTube page, and more to follow. As in the process of just setting things up, and the reminder, really need to stay present and to be aware. Then I'm deep in a healthy boundaries lane, in refining them, in restructuring them, in sharing them, and on a pretty deep health journey. I thought that the best way to honor my dad's legacy was to make sure his daughter was in better fighting shape and more energetic shape to project some of the sage and sustainable energies that I always invite others in our We Rise and Soar communities, in our Be Visible communities, in our Impossible Live communities, and in our new Cultivate Trust in Fragile AI World community, which will end with a hybrid event in the fall. Stay tuned. One of the things that's challenging for some of us, and I really appreciate Kimberly Lechnick and Christy for some of the discussions we have, the reminders, it's not always a bright, sunny day. We're grateful. It is 91 degrees in New York at the moment. For those of you who may be experiencing a little bit of winter conditions, send us a little blast a little later in this week. But that process of deconditioning, of creating space to kind of figure out what doesn't really align with where we are. And one of the challenges in the discussions I've been having and experiencing also is that state of digital trust. So people talk about the can I touch it? Can I feel it? Can I see it? Can I hear it? Does it align with me? Does it align with our goals? Does it align with our beliefs? Does it align with our values? And bless you for all of the hearts. And Carla let me know that during Replenish Trust a couple of weeks ago, I missed all of the love and sunshine you were sending, and I want to thank you for keeping it going in the middle because we really do appreciate it. That process of not trying to start over, but figure out what sits in, what fits in. Oh yeah, Christy. Oh yeah. Gratitude changes us. And yeah, and leaning into that perspective in the really complex lane of gratitude, grief, and growth. I was reminded this weekend as we were had a chance to hug a dear friend who is right now in the hospital with another friend, a dear friend, after losing her love of 51 years. And the thing about their beautiful love story was we met them at our first multi day event. It kind of led to the hybrid event conversion strategist that you see here. Got a chance to see what it was like to be in a really sacred space where someone just holds space for your growth. They hold space for your grief. They hold space for your gratitude. 8 times out of 10, they tell you no need to say thanks. But it was the friendliest, most wonderful, most loving and supportive event environment I ever had the opportunity to experience. 23 years ago at a Pilata Teamworks event. Mel was walking 3 days, 60 miles. Arthritis was my new unfriend, so I was grateful to make it 41 miles out of the 60. And in the process in between, I learned a lot about that grief journey and really a lot about hidden truths. But in this process of having conversations with others about how they're reaching out for support as our state of digital trust continues declining, and it's not something there actually are some really cool measurements for it. And I want to thank Katja in Lanaire's linkability community for introducing me to some of that, and to Mike LeBlanc in our conversations about cybersecurity, and Adrian Lippert, who popped into our trust series. People keep talking about a trust deficit. And I was like, where in the world did this come from? And a trust recession. And I learned as I'm exploring AI with Carla and Bob and your help through fresher eyes, because Mel didn't trust AI. It didn't align with what I call my trust lens. And we'll talk more about our trust lenses throughout this webinar series and throughout our Replenish Trust. We wish trust was something we could just fill like a wellspring. Just fill it like a glass. Just keep it full. Keep it hydrated. Keep it flowing. Keep it fueling so that we're fueling our communities, our generations, our workplaces, our modern workplaces. We're filling our lives with opportunities to connect with other humans on a genuine, lasting relationship level, not just one that separates the historical relationships from the relationships that we're not sure yet if they align with us. Yvette Bethel says it best, because Yvette talks about this from the perspective of a trust sequence, from deep connected trust down to no trust. No trust is that middle level. It's kind of that safe waiting water level. And below it is a distrust sequence that can end on the bottom with an intense distrust. We all have relationships that fit somewhere on the spectrum, and hopefully more of them are in that middle ground. So they don't, nothing's happened to wound us, nothing's happened to make us feel like we need to grab some armor, hold on tight, ground ourselves. Although the need to ground ourselves is increasingly important. But one of the things that really caught me in this journey of hidden truths from meeting these amazing, wonderful, loving people at a Pilata Teamworks event many, many years ago and volunteering them with them for a while and having a chance finally this weekend to hug a really dear friend who's been navigating 3 months kind of challenging on her own terms, and we're helping her prepare for her love's celebration of life just before Father's Day. One of the things about hidden truths you're going to find also is Mel, who rarely, since Dad received his angel wings, I rarely go live after Father's Day or around Father's Day and around Mom's Day because we need to spoil Mom. But this year, I'm going to go live right after Father's Day. Dance with my father. One of the things about hidden truths is there's some stuff in our cellars, in our basements, in our heads, in our skeletons, in our closet. We're just carrying it around. And boy, I want to thank amazing coaches and you in our community for helping me excavate some of that stuff, just like we do in our deep dives of exploring trust or exploring how to create event alchemy experiences so you delight all stakeholders. One of the things that I'd love to invite you to do if you have an opportunity later is please pop in somewhere into Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World today as my guest. Join me if and when your energy is aligned. It'll live on LinkedIn, it'll live on YouTube, and it'll live in on YouTube because that's the way it ought to be. I had to learn before launching something that was about to become a lead in to creating an active hybrid trust community that will finally meet and connect some of us this fall. Is that on YouTube, I had to learn it as the backup for when the LinkedIn glitchiness. And Jay and others will say, Mel, just come to Substack, just come to Substack. Soon, soon, soon. But I want to encourage you in that process of releasing hidden truths, of maybe journaling about them, of sharing them in spaces with those with whom you know you're psychologically safe. Or as Martin Stark helped me learn about psychological bravery, of staying in the lane where we can understand. I never knew when I met these amazing people before I started my first business that I would become a guide. I never thought of this. And right now, that's what I'm doing, finally living in the hidden truths of what one of my mentors told me over 20 years ago. You need to become a speaker. You need to help more people. You need to make it simple. Keep it eye level. And that's what we're here to do, is to help, is to orient, is to guide others to explore self-trust, to explore self-love, to explore self-care through some of the amazing somatic healers and resources that are around in our communities, and especially during Mental Health Awareness Month. My beautiful friends, our beautiful friends is an ovarian cancer survivor, and she asked me about my ribbon. This ribbon, I'm on the board of Fearless of the Hudson Valley Inc. You'll notice over the next 2 days, We're going to be raising some funds at Hudson Valley Gives, and I'm looking forward to meeting Jason Forehand of Transformation Kitchen. On Wednesday, we're going to meet Jason and his wife. Mel wears this as a survivor. Not of ovarian cancer, which we've lost a bunch of our dear friends. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Leslie, I'm going live on YouTube later, just in case the LinkedIn glitches continue. But I want to thank you for already RSVPing for Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World for our launch today. And I want to thank you just for joining us, whether it's for minutes, for seconds, whether you're just popping in, whether you're bringing somebody else wonderful into our orbit, into our community, whether you're doing what amazing Christy is doing, and I can't wait to see you again this summer, sending hearts and love and light, whether you're doing what Kimberly Lechnick has done from the second I met her in amazing Lachelle Atkins, America's Supermom Communities. Kimberly shines bright light. Join us again when our Pockets of Peace series resumes on Impossible Live. And as Kimberly joins us in August as a speaker for Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World. You'll laugh because Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World is every single Cultivate Trust has a musical theme. Today is We Didn't Start the Fire. Our June session is Coming Out of the Dark. It's for those who are ready as individuals with teams to explore trust on a deeper level. And we're going to answer some of those fantastic questions that Leslie always has for us. And as a board member, as I prepare for a board interview tomorrow for Fearless Hudson Valley Inc., and as Leslie would say, Jason's fundraiser is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. ET for Transformation Kitchen. Jason Forehand, if you hadn't had a chance to meet him yet, I am delighted that I will finally get a chance to meet him on Wednesday at a live event in person. Christy, I don't know, Jason and I will hopefully remember. We will hopefully remember to take pictures. Christy and I, when we met, I was smiling because we didn't even remember. We didn't even remember to take a picture. If we haven't talked before, or you haven't heard me talk about Fearless, ask me why. Ask me about my Nana. Ask me about my cousin Tiffany. And my Nana was a survivor of domestic violence and intimate partner violence. And my cousin Tiffany, unfortunately, lost her life on a college campus because someone followed her, made her unsafe, and others didn't realize the urgency until he let them know that it was the last day they were going to hear her voice. And she wasn't going to be home for the holidays as our family was hoping for. Replenish Trust Hidden Truths isn't always about sharing with transparency the trauma that we encounter, that we experience. And part of it has been to really reinforce a really strong faith walk. And I'm grateful for everybody who's sent some love and some light. And I met Leslie Flowers at a point when Impossible Live was about to stop. That's when the universe sent Leslie Flowers. No accidents, divine timing, hidden truth, deconditioning. Somewhere in our cellars, there's stuff we're trying to move so it doesn't block our paths anymore. Trying to move the rocks, trying to move the hurdles, trying to move what I always called in the beginning the trust barriers. And as Yvette Bethel reminded me, stop calling yourself a trust pessimist. You really are cautiously trust optimistic. I approach every relationship starting with no trust. Unless it's like the day where I met amazing Christy and I knew the universe had sent us into each other's lives to to share some of the light, to lift some of the heaviness, kind of like we do in the We Rise and Soar, which are just 45 minutes of networking twice a month max online. For you, I hope that today becomes a day where whatever hurdles are in your way, they evaporate. You find the right help, you find the right resources, you find the right inner strength, you find the right strength, you find the right song that inspires you to keep on moving, keep on grooving. We're starting today with We Didn't Start the Fire because we did not start the fire. The trust deficit, the trust recession, these are AI terms. I was amazed at looking up Replenish Trust and finding a great PDF from an organization 7 years ago that someone obviously fed into an LLM. And that's where trust deficits were born. That's where trust recessions were born. It's up to us. Lift them, move them. Each one teach one, each one reach one, each one light a trail. Be a Leslie, inspire someone to keep on going. Be a Jay Pasqua, inspire someone to tell a story. Be a Martin Stark, inspire bravery. Be a Kimberly Lechnick, stronger, more authentic relationships on our own terms. If we have not met yet, please come stop into Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World later today on YouTube or on LinkedIn on my Be Visible with Mel page. It's a paid investment from June until October. Our guest speakers who are joining us and just sharing gems, not AI tips, but experiences to help us all expand our trust lens, remove some of the trust barriers, remove some of the obstacles, some of the stuff that is hurling us back, that's holding us back. And I want to thank you for joining us today for a few minutes, for seconds, for sharing this live stream with someone else. Yes, Kimberly, we didn't start the fire. My retired first responder is a Billy Joel fan. Pleasure of watching Billy Joel and Elton John sing, dance. Let's lift the flames so that the embers don't hurt others. Let's help others find ways to light their torches, to lift them up. Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World is a safe place to explore individually, as a team, on whatever level you like, and gift certificates are available and scholarships upon request. Click on the link when you can in my profile and let's chat sometime if we haven't had a chat or an opportunity. And until we meet again, stay safe, stay well, stay inspired, and please stay in touch. Take great care and have a peaceful day filled with opportunities, possibilities, filled with blessings. Impossible Live is taking a break next week for the holidays. And join us at Cultivate Trust in a Fragile AI World webinar series, or join us in Event Alchemy Experiences tomorrow. Or let's just chat. Today, we're celebrating you and the joy you bring into our world. Thanks for love and light and for joining us today live and for replays. Take great care. Be well.